Hello children, we'll do relative atomic mass and relative molecular mass. What is relative atomic mass? Actually, it is comparison with carbon atom. So here relative atomic mass is mass of one atom of element. One atom of element by 1 by 12 mass of carbon 12. Now 1 by 12, look here, 1 by 12 into 12 is what? 1. So here we get 1. So what will happen is this will become relative atomic mass is mass of one atom of element. Now here this is said to be relative atomic mass is also said to be atomic weight. Atomic weight. You can say atomic mass also, but atomic weight is better. So this is how we study about relative atomic mass. And what is relative molecular mass? Here the molecule of a substance is how many times heavier than 1 by 12 of carbon 12 atom. Molecule. Here we are talking about atom. Only one atom. And there it is molecule. Like suppose hydrogen, HH, then it is H2, it becomes molecule, OO becomes O2 molecule, or if I take CO2, then that is also a molecule, one molecule of carbon dioxide, or H2O, one molecule of water. Correct? So this is how molecule of a substance is how many times heavier than 1 by 12 of carbon 12. So this is also said to be molecular weight. Here again the same thing, 1 by 12 into 12 is 12, 12 we cancel it, 1 remains 1. So relative molecular mass is molecule of a substance heavier. How many times heavier? This is earlier they used to compare with hydrogen, but now they do it with carbon. That is a comparison. Just learn the definitions because that is the way we start with. And then comes a very important thing. See, atomic masses. This will be atomic weights or atomic masses, whatever you call it. This will be given to you in the question paper. Atomic mass or atomic weight. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to learn it. The way we have learned atomic numbers from 1 to 20, I told you for till 10th standard we are going to study till from hydrogen to calcium till 20, okay, but there are some elements in the D group. There are so many elements that we are going to study. We are going to study about iron, copper, silver, gold, all these things. So we are going to study. So those are there, but mainly we are going to study about 1 to 20. Now here we need to atomic numbers will be it's good if you know the atomic numbers because it's very easy. From left to right you keep counting, one will go increasing, so it's very easy. But for atomic masses, don't no need to practice them or by heart them. You will slowly learn. Now today I'll teach you how to do molecular weight. See, molecular weight, this is molecular weight, which is a very important part of your study of chemistry. And I have seen not only 10th and 11th standard students also make mistakes in finding out the molecular weight. Why they do it, I don't know, but I would like to help you out here. See, I have taken sodium ferrocyanide. Sodium ferrocyanide. I can write it in a better way. Na4Fe cyanide. Now here sodium has got valency atomic number. Sodium is 23. Atomic mass, not number. Atomic mass is 23. Atomic number is 11. So 23. I remember, but no need. It will be given in your question paper. So see here, if I find out the molecular mass, this is done. We are not talking about this. We are talking about molecular mass, this one. So here you will study about molecular mass. Sodium is 23 into 4. How many atoms? 4. Then iron plus. Here see plus I have put. So iron is 56. Plus again carbon is 12. But 12 into 6. Correct? Then comes nitrogen. Nitrogen is plus. Nitrogen is 14 into 6. Are you getting me? So here 4 3s are 12, 4 2 8 9. 12 2 1 4 2s are 8 9 plus 56 plus 6 2s are 12, 2 1 6 1 6 7. 72 plus 16 1 4 4s are 8, sorry, 4 4s are 16, 6 1 4 1s are 4 5, 56. So here we will have how much? 6 7 8 6 6 12 13 14 15 16 6 1, then 5 5 10 17 17 18 19 20 26 27. 276 is the molecular weight of sodium ferrocyanide. I think I am correct. Yes, this is 6 7 8 9 10 16 1. Then this is 5 7 5 12 12 plus 5 17 17 18 19 20 27. Yes, correct. So this is, or molecular mass. This is molecular weight has no unit. Okay, atomic mass unit they write for atomic mass unit is for that one, but usually we don't write here, and only when we talk about mole concept there it is grams and all are added. Now here I will do the next one, which is the magnesium, or I can do it here. Magnesium has got what? See carefully. Magnesium is 24. Magnesium, it will be given, don't worry. 24 plus hydrogen is 1. 1 into 2. 1 into 2 plus carbon is 12. 12 into 2 plus oxygen is 16. 16 into 3 2s are 6. 16 into 6. Are you getting me? Carbon is 2 times. Hydrogen is also 2 times, but oxygen here is 3 atoms. And whole is 2. 3 2s are 6. So 16 into 6. This is the mistake children make. I have seen in many cases, good students also make. So what you do is 24 plus 2 plus 24 again plus 6 6 are 36, 6 3 6 1 is 6 9 96. So you will have here total will be how much? 24 and 24 is 48. 48 and 96. 96 is 8 9 10 14 4 1 10 14. 14 144 plus 2 is there. So this will become 146. So this is the molecular weight. I am talking about molecular weight. Okay. So you got the molecular weight here. Here again I have given another one which is very interesting. This is, I have taken some difficult ones only, because good ones, easy ones you will be able to, suppose it's water. Water is very easy. Hydrogen is 1 into 2 and oxygen is 16. So this will be 18. 16 plus 2 is 18. If I take carbon dioxide, so carbon is 12 and oxygen is 16 into 2 is 32. So 32 plus 2 for 12 is 30, 40, 44. 44. So this is very easy. I have taken something different, a little bit difficult. The ones which you have whole thing with a subscript of 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So here it's nitrogen is again 14. So nitrogen is 14 into 2. All will be given in the question paper or in your textbook. Don't worry. Again I am telling you. And here, see here, nitrogen is whole thing 2, so 14 into 2. But hydrogen is 4 atoms into 2. Whole thing is equal to 2. So it will be 1 into 4 into 2. Correct? Or you can write together 1 into 8. That is also correct. And chromium is given as 52. So 52 into 2. See here, everything is plus, plus, plus. The elements which are given, those are multiplied with the atoms and then plus. Then again, element multiply with the atoms, then plus. Then element multiply with the atom plus. Then here it is again 16 into 7. So what you get here is 28 plus, here you get 8 plus 52 into 2 is 104 plus 6 7 are 42, 2 4 7 1s are 7, 10 11 12. So here you will get what? 104 added 100 200 216 plus 8 220 24 224 plus 28, you will get 12 4 5 2 252. Check once. We will check once whether we have done it correctly or not. Here we have done, see, 14 2s are 28, 4 2s are 8 plus, here we have chromium, Cr 52 into 2, chromium is 52, 52 into 2 is again 104, correct. Oxygen is 16, 16 into 7 is this much. Why this is 2? Here I have written minus 2. This has just to show you that chromium has got valency Cr2O7. Dichromate has got valency -2 and ammonium has got valency 1. So that dichromate valency has come here and ammonium has got valency 1. So this is no need to show. I just for you to explain I have written here. No need of writing this. So here this will be 16 into 7 is 112. 6 7 are 42. 2 4 7 1s are 7, 10 11. So here 116, correct. 16 plus 4 20 24 24. So 100 224 and 28. So we got here 12 1 5 and 252 is the molecular weight of ammonium dichromate. So this is how you find out. The children, what they do is they make a mistake that they ignore this part. Sometimes they feel it is to be taken with only one element or it is taken to be only for the last element. No. The whole thing means the whole thing has to be multiplied with 2. Separately, nitrogen 14, so 2. Hydrogen 4, 2 into 2, 8. Hydrogen has got atomic number is 1. So 1 into 4 into 2, 8. Like this. So chromium atomic, atomic mass is 1. Here atomic mass is 52. 52 into 2 we have to do. And here you cannot jumble up. You have to see very separately, one after the other, then only. I am giving so much of stress on molecular weight because when you do a sum, what happens is you make mistakes in writing the formula. If your formula, chemical equation is wrong, if your balancing is wrong and your molecular weight is wrong, then everything is gone. You don't get marks for it. So that is the reason I am just putting so much of stress and I am giving so much of time to it before I proceed. Then comes another one, a very interesting thing that I wanted to tell you is, these are the examples, and then here I'll tell you what is skeletal equation. Skeletal equation means skeleton equation means It is not balanced, not balanced. Then comes another way. Another one is when you take empirical formula. How you do empirical formula? Empirical. See, empirical formula can be found out with the help of charts. That is a different lesson. It is there in your stoichiometry lesson. We will study that also, because a lot of things have been taken out from 10th standard this time. But knowledge is important because it will help you in the long run. That is different. But how to find out empirical formula is, I'll just show you, very easy. It is the simplest form of the original formula. Suppose I take hydrogen peroxide. Now 2 and 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2. The hydrogen empirical formula of hydrogen peroxide will be HO. Are you getting me? This is 1. Then if I take C6, H12, O6. This is, how do you do? How will you find out the empirical formula of this compound? You will see it's divisible by 6. So C, 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12, 6 ones are 6. H2O 1. So this can be written as CHO. This is the empirical formula of C6H12O6. As you get, you will also get, suppose I take CH3, acetic acid, CH3COOH. Suppose I take CH3COOH. What is this? I have here how many carbon? 2 carbon, 4 oxygen and 2 oxygen. 4 hydrogen and 2 oxygen. So how do I do? I have 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 ones are 2. So C1H2O1 or CH2O is the formula, empirical formula of acetic acid. Correct. And then comes, this is how you can find out. Then comes the other one. The next one is the how to find out the percentage of an element or in a compound. That is also very easy. We do it with the help of, oh my God. So in the next lesson we will study about the percentage, and then we will switch on to the next lesson. Thank you, children.